All right, guys, so I want to introduce you to Tawan. So Tawan has been working with us for about a year now, and he has a really amazing transformation story. So when he started,
I started at 361 pounds.
361 pounds, and we are now
280.
280. So we are down 81 pounds in a year. And I think that one of the things that I wanted or reasons I wanted to talk to you was just so you can explain to other people kind of the process and what you've experienced, just to give other people hope, right? To know that this can be achieved, right? You can lose weight and you really can just revamp your whole entire life. All right, so tell me, what was the most impactful part of the journey over the past year?
All right, so for me, I think the most impactful was just believing I could do it, right? So it was the heaviest I'd ever been in my life. I didn't know how to do it on my own. So I had the will to do it, I just didn't have the know-how.
Yeah.
And so when I found you guys, it was almost like a perfect marriage. So I brought the work ethic, but you guys showed how much you care about the process. And that's something that I don't think it's hard to find somewhere else. So that was wildly impactful for me, and what it did for my family. I sort of encouraged a more health walk for them. So it was inspirational to see my family start their own journeys based on what I've accomplished. So that was a huge impact for me.
Because you took the leap of faith first.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times what I tell people is we call it the trickle-down effect. If you get one person in the family, you're going to get the other. So, I have a lot of males, females, they come in and maybe their spouse, they have the desire for their spouse to change. Maybe their spouse wants to change, but they're a little hesitant and unsure. So a lot of times, one person can take that leap of faith and then other people follow suit. So I'm really grateful for Tug letting us have this moment, because I think there's so many people that do want to figure out how do we get from point A to point B. So, diet and working out works, nutrition and working out works, but sometimes it's really hard and it's a struggle. We're busy, we got a lot going on, we got kids, responsibilities. So with Tug, we started out with blood work and a DEXA scan to really understand his baseline data collection. And then after that, we moved into some hormone therapy, so optimizing testosterone. And then we went on to using trizepatide, which is the GLP-2, just to really help kick off the fat loss piece. And we also found out that you were pre-diabetic at one point, right? And so it made it even more important not to just use the GLP for weight loss, but for therapeutic reasons to actually treat and get that back down into baseline. We also play with some peptides. We did some growth hormone peptides like CJC. And so we've kind of cycled back and forth between those things, but we definitely had these compounds in place, not that he couldn't do it on his own, but just to support the body. There's also a misconception when it comes to the GLPs. I've heard a couple different things. It's cheating, right? Or, it's something that people are just using as the hall pass, the get out of jail free card. But how do you feel? What are your thoughts about how impactful it was to your journey?
Well, for me, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, no, seriously. I think it was made for people like me. I was severely overweight, even diagnosed as morbidly obese. My blood pressure was through the roof. Just to be transparent, I visited a doctor, I was sick, took my blood pressure, and my bottom number was in the triple digits.
Wow.
So these sorts of things, just coming through this program with you guys, I learned so much about my body that I didn't know. And it's not just physical, it's hormonal, it's biological things. You mentioned pre-diabetes. Diabetes is prevalent in my family. So if I'm able to break that cycle based on some of the things that I've learned here, I'm excited to share that with family and friends. And so that's some of the things that I've taken away from you guys. My training here, and you guys were always first to tell me it's not just about a shot. You still have to put in the work. Yeah. So there's boxing 3 times a week. There's lifting. There's cardio. So there's a lot of different things, and I've never found anyone as passionate about this as you guys are. From a dietary standpoint, a nutrition plan that you've written out for me, even going to the grocery store and filming yourselves grocery shopping to make it easy for me. I don't do a lot of cooking, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of lifestyle changes that lends itself to this process, and I'm better for it.
Aww. Well, I think that also too, it takes a village. right? And there's a lot of misinformation online. It's like, where do you start? I think there's a lot of providers that see the body or see the different aspects of the body and they're very segmented out and not understanding that it works together as a symphony, as a whole. And I think that that's something that we really try to do here too. And then also the educational piece, right? Like empowering people with knowledge to understand why we're doing certain things, because the goal is we love you, but it's to make us independent of us, right? So you don't need us. Now we're gonna keep you forever, but I'm just saying. So, but to make someone independent of the process, so they're confident enough and empowered enough to go and fly on their own.
Yeah, and to your point, you remove the fear factor out of it. It became the more I know, the less intimidated I am by this process, because it was a huge undertaking for me.
Yeah.
And it was something I dedicated my year to last year in 2025. Yeah. And we were able to hit some of those goals.
We absolutely were.
It's just an awesome
Lab
experience.
markers look great. We've got some before and after pictures coming. We've got some more coming.
Absolutely.
So we're due for that really soon. So, this is not the last time you're going to see T. His journey is not over. I would say we're well over halfway. We're doing great, but there's always another level when it comes to health optimization. We're always striving to achieve, striving to learn with new science and new data that comes out. It's just always being willing to learn, experiment, and really don't be afraid to push to the next level.
Sure, absolutely.
There is one more thing that I want to show you, so I'm gonna go grab that. So give me 1 second. This is my weighted vest because I'm awesome and I have a plate carrier. Thank you, husband. So this guy weighs 17 pounds. So I want you to stand up. Okay. And so he lost roughly 5 of these.
Oh, wow. Jeez. That's insane.
It's pretty heavy, right?
Wow.
Yes.
This is super heavy. I lost 5 of these.
You lost 5 of those. So you used to carry that around every day.
Oh, my goodness.
And this is 5 pounds, right? So what do we do the math? What do we say this was? How much? 16 of these or something like that?
We lost 16 of those.
We lost 16 of these.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty insane. So, I think that
incredible.
Your story is very motivational. I think that there are a lot of people, because you were heavy when you came in, right?
Absolutely.
There's a difference between people that need to lose 20 or 30 pounds to the person who needs to lose over 100. Right? And the thing that I've seen is, if someone loses 100, if they need to lose 100 pounds and they lose 5 or 10, they don't see it. They don't see it right away. Where if I lose 5 or 10 pounds, you'd be like, girl, go eat a cheeseburger, right? But it's harder when you have more weight to lose. And so I couldn't be more proud of him because he trusted the process and you did all the things you were supposed to do. And we had our ups and downs,
for sure,
right? I mean, there are struggles along the way. It's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be like, oh, everything is just merry, right? So it's just, staying consistent, trusting the process. And I'm just so proud to just introduce the world to him and the new him in 2026.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And there's a lot of general accountability that comes with that. So you guys check in, you make sure that the process is being followed, and when it's not, we get back on track.
Yeah.
So that's something that just shows me that, it's a mindset. And so if I can do this, what can I do?
Amen. Yeah. All right. Well, you're not done. Give me some love.
Always.
We're so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. If you guys have any questions or if you're ready to take, a trip down this road with us, we would love to have you. We'd love to be your partners and your allies in your health journey. For sure. So DM us, reach out. Talk to you soon.
Peace.